Hey, it's Mazlamar. Here's some tips and tricks that can make the difference in your next Bazaar game. Let's start off with cooldown reduction. So if you have a silencer on the board, for example, that reduces your weapon, if it's your only weapon, down by 30%. If you use a feather to reduce its cooldown by 6%, it's going to reduce the already reduced cooldown by silencer. So it's better to put that silencer in your stash. The cooldown will go up on the board and the feather will have a stronger effect. This works in the same way reversed. So if you go to Curio Shop and you get that knee brace that increases your item's cooldowns by 1 second, put that on the board, then use your feather or insect wing to reduce its cooldown, you're going to have a stronger effect by it. So it's actually good to keep in. Bonus tip on that knee brace, if you have it in the stash and you see you have one more XP and then you need it to level up, click that player fight. Before you go to the next day, you're going to have a level up prompt. And when that happens, you can put your knee brace from your stash onto your board and still get the extra 100 health bonus from its effect. Pig has an item called Belt. Increases its max HP, right? Even if you don't want it in your build, it's always good to even keep in the stash, because once you get those events that increase your max HP by 5%, by 10%, put that belt down on your board and it's going to increase it by more because your current HP is going to be increased by that belt. This next tip is about monster fights. Did you know you can win every single monster fight on day one with nothing on your board? The only exception is the Cobra. Now, if you have something on your board that's super weak, the Beehive guy, he can kill you because he has a skill that increases his weapon's damage when he's slow. So if you can't slow anything, if you have nothing on the board, you'll win. Another thing, on day 2, the Mosquito, you can beat that as well. Bonus tip on those monsters, on day 2, the Tin City Mayor could pop up. This guy right here, he could drop a skill called Augmented Weaponry, which is really strong because every small item you sell, think about the gumballs, think about the chocolate bars, that increases your weapon's damage by 1 and it really adds up. Another one that's pretty good, that's really easy to defeat, is that Seashell guy. It gives you 20% of your max health as shield when you get half health. That's essentially, in most fights, 20% extra health. So it's pretty good, especially early on. Another tip would be items to keep in your stash for those special events. Now, the Star Chart and this Haste Circle thing, those, if you go into Work at the Docks, you get an extra option that can give you some free XP and gold. Another item is Pig's Business Card. This thing, when you go to BazaarCon, you can get 3 XP for free. Pretty strong. Another item is the Submarine, and maybe something else. If it is, I'll put it right here. When you go to fight the Tyrant, it says the Tyrant Agents have found you. You can click that fight, and if you don't think your build can beat it, there's another option for you if you have that item to get away, and you just get the XP and leave. Some more special things that pop up in events is depending on what class you are. When you go into the Jungle Ruins, when you're Vanessa, you can get an option to gain a free small item. As the Pig, something pops up to get increase in income. Dooley, it gets nothing right now. You just need 2 extra XP on day 1, 2 level up before the next fight. If you can and you can get a strong enough board, that'll be able to get your board bigger and give you a big advantage in the first fight. Not everyone in the Bazaar is trustworthy. Yeah, that's right. This skill vendor right here, he says he has a high chance of upgrading skills. I'd say it's about a moderate chance, okay? He's not going to give you the upgrades as often as you think. A bug to be aware of right now is that when you use your water wheel and give it a life, a healing enchantment, it turns it into a weapon for some reason. This is good to know because it could ruin the synergy of your one weapon build or really help the synergy of a Trabuket build, for example. One more bug to know about on Vanessa is her amulet. Her crit amulet actually does not give crit to everything. Bonus tip here, everything has its own secret, invisible, not known to the player, internal cooldown, to where it goes off. If you get an item to go off really fast, like faster than it normally does, it's limited by its internal cooldown. You can't see it, the numbers, but you can watch it and see it. So you have to really get used to the items to know. And the last little fact is, I heard that cooldown reduction works left to right. So the item that's reducing this item's cooldown on the left goes in first before the item that reduces this item's cooldown on the right. So it's better to put, if you can, the item that reduces the cooldown the most on the left side. Thanks for watching. Let me know if you know a tip or trick that I didn't list in this video so I or anyone else watching the video could know. Make sure to hit it with a like if you liked it. Give me a subscription if you want to see more videos. Get notified by pressing the notification button. Share the video. Thanks for watching. See you next time in the Bazaar.